Hail to the king, baby.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, it's Michael B, and it's Monday. You know what that means. It's time for another episode of Chill and Chat with Michael B. I had to just check for a second to make sure my mic was working because I go back and forth now with the DJI mics doing the pinball streams, and sometimes this shit just ain't working. I also have my screen really low, so I'm looking down on it. So I apologize, guys. So it's been an interesting couple of weeks in the home arcade space. We've had some good news and we've had some supposed bad news. So I want to cover some of that stuff tonight, give you my thoughts on it. And I've got a little bit of a fun piece of news. You guys know that the old Michael B, when he did Chill and Chat, it was always about talking about what I was going to buy or what I might buy or what I already bought. And it's been a while since I've actually bought a home arcade product. I mean, this year has been pretty slow. And the last 2 years have been very slow with nothing coming into Canada. But I broke the seal for the first time since I think it's May of last year when I bought my Dragon's Lair Arcade1Up. I did get a Tron secondhand, but I really haven't bought like a home arcade in a very, very long time. I mean, I did get my X Arcade back in January, but that was, the company sent it to me, and I did buy a Stern Pinball because I didn't anticipate buying anything this year, but I have actually bought something. And if you guys want to know what I actually bought, you can either wait until it arrives or, I'm trying to follow 19K Fox's footsteps here, and I've got a super chat goal. The king of DLC is showing me how to do this, and I've got a super chat goal up there. I didn't put any monetary value or anything like that. I just said, hey, if I get 10 super chats, I'll reveal live tonight what I actually have ordered. So stay tuned for that. We got our first one here from my buddy Stock Jock here. Here's the first super chat challenge down, 9 to go. Thank you very much, Stock Jock. You, sir, are an inspiration and an absolute joy to be around. Thank you very much. Here is your thank you. Hey, thank you very much, Fourth Horseman. Good to see you as well. So anyways, this will be running throughout the show. If we hit 10 super chats throughout the show, I'll tell you guys what I got ordered. I've just got to be careful to close the door and not let anybody else hear, if you know what I'm talking about. So thank you very much, Stock Jock. And if you guys don't want to do it, no worries. You'll find out in a couple days anyways. Anyways, guys, so today I've got some good news and I've got some bad news I want to share with you. It's been a ton of iconic news over the course of the last week. Whatever has been going on with Iconic and John D, it seems like we're on the other side of that now. The leash has kind of been lifted off John D, and information is flowing from Iconic again. Of course, we got the survey. We finally got updates on the UI, updates on changes to the machine, all that kinds of jazz. And now things are moving forward. And because of that, there's been a lot of other information that's kind of come out to the community, good and bad, about all the different companies doing stuff. So we'll get into that tonight. Yeah, I know. MB with a new trim beard. I want to say hello to some people here in the chat. MG, my good friend, so his wife doesn't know. Sibian Machine for sure. MG, I feel like it's been a lifetime since I've seen you, my man, or talked to you. Hope everything's okay. Hope to catch you and walkabout pretty soon. How do I feel about the side art? Well, you're going to have to wait and see. Brooklyn Menace, can you believe that Gamer Fridge had an episode of Open Fridge without Brooklyn? I say we revolt. Revolt against Gamer Fridge. No Open Fridge without Brooklyn from now on. Also got some birthday boys here in the chat. I want to say happy birthday to B. Kirby, one of the nicest people in the community. B. Kirby, happy birthday, my friend. Hope it was an excellent day, and thank you for spending this time for your birthday with me. We had another birthday boy up here. I just got to find him. There we go. Guys, also wish B. Kirby a happy birthday, and also wish JJ a happy birthday. Hope you guys had excellent days, got to do lots of fun stuff, spoiled by your families and friends, got to play bunches of games, had lots of fun. So happy birthday to both you guys, JJ and B. Kirby. All right, who else do we got in the chat? We started off with Paul Multicade Mindeman, who you may have seen on Super Game Room Dudes this past Friday. The B-Me was here. Meatball Saucy is saying retail, retail, retail. Meatball Saucy has a ton of stuff going on. He let me know on Discord earlier today all the cool stuff he's doing with his own arcade. So go check that out. He's actually doing some really interesting stuff. Pitbull's here with a really nice message like usual. Dan in St. Louis, good to see you, my man. Always good to see you, Dan. Eric Thurp, happy Monday from work, everybody. Happy Monday to you too, Eric. Jason Little Alien is here. Jason, my good man, best moderator in the business, currently moderating 3 streams and playing a game of Walkabout Mini Golf on his MetaQuest as we speak. John Fritz is here. Who else we got? Want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Jim, the Pacers fan. Jim, your name's going to come up a little bit later tonight. We're going to talk about some port data, so thank you very much. If you guys don't know this, Jim, the Pacers fan, is on top of the port data, finding out when shit's coming in, so thank you very much, my man. Jason S. is here. Good to see you, Jason. Striker Cage, Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Bill has a show now, guys. Go check it out. It's every week. There's my buddy Stock Jock, like I mentioned earlier, coming in hot with the super chat. The first of my goal to get to 10 super chats to reveal what home arcade product I bought this past week. A lot of stuff out there, you know, Wonderland Amusements reopened their Kickstarter on their pinball. Did I jump in on that? Did I find a way to get a GRS Buildicade FU here in Canada? Did new products come available here in Canada that I finally jumped on? Or did I do something else? You'll have to wait and see. MSU Rich is here. Mike Hawk Hertz. I'm here, Mike. Can we start? We can start whenever you're ready. That's what I like to see. It's he. It's Michael M. Novasonic 23. J-Rod is here. Stupid Fat Hobbit. There's a name that I'll never forget. Thank you very much, my man. C Marble 360 says never lost interest. Good. Real Zim is here, not to be confused with the fake Zim. We had a fun time doing Tokyo Hard this past week. We did the Fox Hunt. We got our Tokyo clubs. Pretty excited about that. Rody8105, good to see you, my man. David G, JR, Chris Ford, Mystery Encoder, who wanted me to start several hours early tonight, but I told him I had to be modding. So I'll show you that a little bit later, but I actually was doing something like a mod. Maybe it's a repair. I don't know the right term for it. Mark James is here. Good to see you. Vic Vicious. Fourth Horseman. Hey, Mike, long time. Don't get on much these days. No worry, man. It's appreciated whenever you can. MG, like we mentioned a couple minutes ago. Who else we got here? Vic Vicious, Old Blue Eyes. Do I got everybody? Video Game Vegas, good to see you, my man. Vegas Two Fins here. I miss you, big guy. It's since this like barber mistake you haven't been around. It's fixed now. Look, MG, it's fixed. I have been wearing my hat more. You've made me very self-conscious. Will H is here. Good to see you. Show Gecko. Who else we got? 19K Fox. 19K Fox, I actually asked to come on the show with me tonight. He said, can't, bud. I'm in Wyoming. Then he clarified Casper, Wyoming. So have fun in Casper, Wyoming. 19K Fox. Cheese Bat is here. The JW, Jim is the man. I would wholeheartedly agree. Goofy Foot. Oh my God. Here, shit stick. Thank you very much, Goofy Foot. Thumper Squid is here. I don't need to know that bad. No, that's okay, Thumper. Again, you're going to find out like Wednesday anyways. Not a big deal. I'm just trying to get that DLC down like 19K Fox. And plus, I love money. What are you going to do when you have 1,000 people watching you? You're going to say hi to everybody? I don't know. I'm going to try. Daniel Grayson's here. Biggie D, good to see you, Biggie D. It's dead here in Casper. There we go. All right. That's everybody, guys. Good to see you. Daniel, I got to fix your status on my show, too. Apologize about that. We'll get your other channel back up and running. Anyways, guys, we should have a fun show. We're going over some of the stuff that you've already heard this week, a little bit more new information that I got. So we'll see what can be fun. First up, guys, I want to cover some good news with Arcade1Up. Believe it or not, there's more good news. And big thanks to our buddy Jim, the Pacers fan, for bringing this to my attention. First up, let me make it bigger. So if you guys were worried that Arcade1Up wasn't going to release a Pac-Man this year, well, I've got some very good news for you guys. Get ready for it. No, I don't want that. Here we go. So Jim, the Pacers fan, with his ever-vigilant attempts to get all the port data coming in, did pick this up earlier today. Arcade Video Games, PO, Mossy Oak Deluxe Arcade Machine, Fast and the Furious, and don't worry, guys, Pac-Man Plus Neon Edition. Now, I don't think this is a new arcade. If you guys remember, they released a Pac-Man Plus last year, had this underlighting. That's what I'm assuming it is, but it might be something else. We're not 100% sure. Second, I got a drink here. My voice is failing me. Another Pac-Man. That's what I said too, Biggie D. Oh, thank the arcade gods that Arcade1Up is still to save us with another Pac-Man. All jokes aside, it's kind of interesting because we also heard that our friends over at Basic Fun were also going to be doing a Pac-Man, going back to that interview they did with the Irate Gamers. So it looks like that's going to be a shared license, possibly between the two companies. The other thing about this is, like I mentioned, this might not be a new arcade. Yes, but me and my wife are trying to quit. Meatball Saucy, $2 super chat, 2 down, 8 to go, paying to see what you bought. Show us the goods. I will try my best. All right, let's see what I got for you. You got to give the people what they want. Thank you so much, Meatball Saucy. Greatly appreciated. 2 down, 8 to go. Didn't you buy a multi-K dresser drawer? No, I built one. I didn't. Thumper Squid's been so mean lately. So mean. So anyways, guys, let me take this down and I'll actually pull this up. What I think this is. Oh, there we go. We got another super chat. 3 down, 7 to go. Take it off. Am I doing this right? Jason Little Alien coming in hot with the super chat. Feel like I'm talking about somebody else there coming in hot. Thank you very much. Take it off. Well, I will do a lot of things for money. Hold on 1 second. Thank you very much, Jason. You got to give the people what they want. Greatly appreciated, my friend. 3 down, 7 to go. Was it the Hello Kitty machine? How nuts did I join just in time for the Pac-Man coverage? Hey, Dust Boy. Congratulations. Dust Boy, just get it to come up. It wouldn't want to come up. I got the Star Wars Home Edition pin recently. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. I've heard good things about it, especially with the new DMD. Congratulations. Anyways, guys, just give me a quick second here. But I will tell you 100%, I am over smoking at this point. Over smoking. I am good. So me and my wife are planning on quitting it in the very near future. Damn it, where is this thing? It won't come up. David G, $1.99 super chat, 4 down, 6 to go. Thank you very much, David G. And you got to give the people what they want. Thank you very much, David G. Now let's see if I can find this goddamn thing. Here we go. There's at least a picture of it. Thank you again, David G. Oh, man, I'll tell you right now. If he takes off, where do I put the ones? Is it card or swipe after that? When I first got into the home arcade racket here on YouTube, started covering this stuff, I quit smoking right at the beginning of the pandemic. Me and my wife, we were quit for 2 years. Stupidly started again. We've tried to quit 2 more times, failed both times. But you know, we're both just trying to make this work this time. We're gonna do it, so we will see. So, anyways, guys, really quickly, this I couldn't find it on the Arcade1Up page, but this is what we're talking about. We think this may be the Neon Pac-Man Plus Deluxe. So this is the Pac-Man Plus with the blue underglow. We think that's what came over. They're just going to offer more of these. We'll have to wait and see, but I wouldn't anticipate it's something new. Well, a lot of us are thinking they're going to do something for the big Pac-Man anniversary, like we've seen from My Arcade. They've got special edition Pac-Mans coming. We think Arcade1Up's going to do something, but if not, at least we know the Neon Pac-Man Plus is coming. Jim says the item number is new, so maybe it is, in fact, a new arcade. We will have to wait and see. We still haven't got official notification from Arcade1Up regarding the Terminator 2, so God only knows what they're doing. Maybe it is something new. And before I miss this, huge thanks again to Jim, the Pacers fan. What are you taking off? Well, my pants are already gone. I can't take those off. Jim, thank you so very much for the super chat. 5 down, 5 to go. You guys don't have to do this. You can just wait till Wednesday. I'm just doing this thing. But thank you very much for the support. And ladies and gentlemen, you got to give the people what they want. B. Kirby gifting 10 Michael B. the Game Genie memberships on his birthday. What a kind guy. Thank you very much, B. Kirby. You, sir, are way, way too good, man. Thank you very much. Congratulations to everybody who got a gifted membership. Also want to say get well soon to our buddy P-Dub's Arcade Loft. I guys don't know if you guys saw this. Have a good stream on painkillers. Going to bed early. Side note, you are more funny when I take painkillers. Everybody says that. Some people say that's the only time I'm funny, P-dubs. Thank you very much, MG. Greatly appreciate it. Is the whole trim on the cab neon lights? That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I definitely agree with that. Anyways, going back to P-dubs, I got off track there. So P-dubs, I don't know if you guys saw this on Facebook, but you guys know P-dubs has dogs. Anyways, he woke up in the middle of the night last night, broke up a fight between his dogs. I've been there. We had to get, like, back when Opie was still alive, when we first had our daughter, our two Cavalier King Charles Spaniels used to fight with each other. Nessie got really protective. So we've been in between those fights where you try to break them up and you might get scratched, you might get bitten. But of course, they're small, King Charles Cavalier Spaniels. Dubs has bigger dogs. They got in a fight last night. He actually got one of his hands injured last night. He's on painkillers now. He was bit pretty severely. So everybody, wish P-dubs Arcade Loft a speedy recovery. Get your hand back up and active so you can get back to playing arcade games, pinball, and joining us live via the interwebs. Perk Dubs. Thank you very much, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Send your love to P-dubs. So anyways, that's a little bit of good news coming from Arcade1Up. Another Pac-Man. Yeah. No. If you have a Pac-Man XL, you'll probably never buy another Pac-Man. But there is some good news on my side of the fence when it comes to Arcade1Up that I want to share with you guys now. Now, a professional would already have this stuff ready, but instead of getting ready, I decided that I was going to fix my Jurassic Park pinball machine, so I apologize, everybody. But we actually got some very big news here in Canada regarding Arcade1Up, because Arcade1Up hasn't been so awesome here in Canada recently, but we've got some very good news. As you've seen over the last little while, a couple of cabs that we never got here from Arcade1Up, basically outside of the main 3 deluxes and Time Crisis, we didn't get anything else from Arcade1Up going back almost 2 years. But now whatever was happening seems to be kind of sorting itself out. We're finally getting new product. You guys would have saw already, if you watch my videos, the Costco stuff that came in. We got a couple deluxe cabinets, one of which being the new Golden Tee and the new NBA Jam Slim Katie. But even better news, we got some new product coming to Walmart with some cabs that are available here for the very first time outside of Wayfair, where they're going to charge you $1.8 million. So I just want to bring this up for you now. A little bit of good news, and I'll share it with you right here. Of course, I Am Rappy brings up EB Games, also bringing in the new Big Buck Hunter Mossy Oak, the classic SE line, as well as the new Terminator Deluxe. But there's already some stuff up here on Walmart that's really interesting, one of which is, in fact, Fast and Furious. And while this is old news for you guys, because this came out, this was the 4th deluxe cab that actually came out. This actually never came out here in Canada, so it's finally available. And this is something I would maybe consider picking up, except for the price point. If you take a look at that price point there, $849.99 Canadian. I don't know what the US conversion is, but that puts it at the exact same price point as T2 and Big Buck Hunter Mossy Oak, which unfortunately for me is a little bit outside my price range. I'm not willing to pay that. I'll keep my eye on it. If it goes on sale, this is something I may consider getting, because I don't actually have a racing cab right now. And I've heard good things about Fast and the Furious. I know a lot of people don't like it. I know my buddy 19K Fox didn't like it. He sold his, very disappointed. But then you've got other people like, our buddy, the Tech Buzz, loves his Fast and Furious. Other people love it too. So, it's the spiritual successor to Cruisin'. I absolutely hate these movies, but if the racing's good, the racing's good. That's all I really care about. with a soft mod, it's fine. So here's the funny thing, Mystery Encoder. I was going to try to be cool and bring up my AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP with the standalone VPX running. So I tried to bring it up, and it looks like my launcher's out of date. So I couldn't bring it up to show you that I am, in fact, a modder. So now I got to go back and try to figure that out so I can play Tales from the Crypt and Scared Stiff again. The PS5 version is actually the modern version of Fast and Furious. It's the most recent Raw Thrills arcade. So while I don't disagree with you, obviously you can play it that way, get your own wheel, all that stuff. It's not the original arcade game. So that's something to consider too. A superior version of Fast and Furious Arcade is coming to Switch 2. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. It might be superior. That's possible, but I like having options. Yeah, Fast and Furious movies can suck it. I completely agree. So a long time ago, I went on a date with this girl that I was working with at the time. I wasn't really super interested in going out with her, and I let her pick the movie, and that's what she wanted to see, Fast and the Furious. So we went and seen it. She came out afterwards. She thought it was the greatest movie ever, yada, yada, yada. And I came out of it, and I was like, two things. I'm never going on another date with you again. And that was the worst movie I've ever seen. So keeping your money is an option. You're not wrong there. I've got other things to buy. Paul Mindeman says, I think 19K Fox is the only person I've heard who played it and didn't like it. I've heard a couple other people. There you go. So that isn't the only thing that came to Walmart that isn't available anywhere else finally. So just wait for this to come up. And this is one I'm pretty excited about. Of course, it's the Arcade1Up full-size claw machine, light-up marquee, customizable, perfect for stuffed animals. If you guys have been following my coverage, you know this is something I was actually really interested in from Arcade1Up. My daughter absolutely loves claw machines. It's something I think my son will really dig as well, but mainly my daughter. My daughter goes nuts for this stuff, and I was pretty pissed off that you couldn't buy them here in Canada. There was no option anywhere, Wayfair, anything. Hi, honey. Do you want to come say hello?
Hi.
Do you love claw machines? Do you hope we get a claw machine one day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you get one for the room in my room?
For your room, maybe. All right. Well, I'm doing my show. See you, buddy. So anyways, the claw machine is finally available here. It's $699.99 Canadian, which seems like a lot, but if you do the conversion on that, that is actually less than, I think, a little bit less than $4.99. So it's not terrible. It's not exactly the price I would like to pay. I mean, last going off when the deluxes first came here, they were $6.49. So price has gone up. Obviously, the Canadian dollar's sunk, all that other stuff going on with the trade tariff situation, but it is what it is. Michael B getting claw machine confirmed. You guys are going to have to wait and see. Either I get 5 more super chats, or you can wait till Wednesday. No big deal either way. Did AtGames announce the new Zen table coming out for August 20th yet? Not yet. We can talk about that a little bit later. Absolutely. No, I'm not a car guy. Not at all. And that was the big thing. Like, I know I have friends that were super into it. They watched the movie. All of them went out, got underlighting, all bought hatchbacks, modded them to death. I just kept living my life. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't know, Midlife Arcade. They put a video about scratch tickets up on their YouTube page this past week. That was something. Oh. The claw machine is the only Arcade1Up I paid full price for. There you go. I kept living my life 1 mile at a time. Is Fast and Furious what got you into modding, Mystery Encoder? You would have to let us know. So anyways, guys, that's kind of the big news. A lot of Arcade1Ups that, you know, I can't use this video anymore, unfortunately. I don't think I can anyways, but you may have seen this one for years on my channel.
I'm going to Canada now.
I don't think so.
Looks like that one can now be retired because whatever blockade there was seems to be lifting. We're finally getting whatever product is coming out for Arcade1Up here in Canada as well, which is, you know, advertised by the fact the new deluxe cabs are coming to EB Games here in Canada, access to all the products. Hey, that's all I wanted. I know I've been critical of Arcade1Up the last couple of years and about their inventory coming here after having so much access for so many years and talking about the fact that they release product, I can't access it, so I can't support them. It's good to see product coming over here again. So maybe not great news for everybody that there's a Neon Pac-Man coming, but good news for me and good news for us in Canada. We can finally get these products again. Hopefully, you know, the Canadian dollar bounces back a little bit and these prices regulate because they are a little pricey. I'm not going to lie. I know Midlife Arcade, just as soon as the company stops producing anything. It's true. The last new product they did was Time Crisis, so that was a while ago. Our sixth super chat of the night. We're 4 away now from me revealing what it is I actually have coming. $2. Will you get 2 times Fast and the Furious? No. No, God, no. Never, 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 never. But thank you very much for the super chat. And you got to give the people what they want. I'm just going to find one I haven't used already. Let's see. Thank you very much for the super chat. And yeah, I've got a 100% stop smoking, not just for my children's health, but for this annoying losing my voice while I'm streaming. That's just starting to drive me nuts. So yeah, that's the goal. Over the course of the next week, I'm getting back on the patches. The hell with this shit. And plus, I want to see my kids graduate, at least elementary school. Yeah, Fox got 2 Fast and the Furious originally. He was super hyped about the whole link cable business. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. What are you going to do, right? So anyways, guys, that's the good news from Arcade1Up. Let's talk a little bit about the bad news. So one of the bad news is really interesting what's going on right now with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, of course, we got the news kind of early last week. Huge thank you to the Mystery Encoder team. I'm going to say this wrong. Nyx and Mystery Encoder for unveiling this, but we found out that AtGames is coming out with a brand new Legends HD pinball machine coming to Sam's Club, already up on Instacart, and these absolute sleuths actually found the user manual online. So I don't know how people feel about the AtGames Legends Pinball HD CE or whatever it's going to be called, but in my opinion, man, I think it's probably pretty good news. I mean, when it comes to Legends 4K owners, this doesn't do anything for you, but if you were in the market thinking about upgrading to a Legends Pinball 4K, but really didn't want to spend, you know, the extra money, the price has gone up on these, they're not getting any cheaper. There's an option out there that hopefully isn't too expensive. We all remember when the Legends Pinball 4K originally came out, it was at that sale price for $10.99. It's now shot up to, I think, like $1,500, may even be more. But, I mean, if they're coming out with a Legends HD pinball that's going to have a more powerful chip, finally allow HD users to actually access the Zen pinball games, all that fun stuff, it's got to be at the right price point. I think most people are still going to see some sticker shock because I don't anticipate this thing being cheaper than $1,000. Like if it's not $9.99, I'd be very surprised. And then on the high end, could be as much as like $11.99. I don't have any official information on that, pulling these numbers completely out of my ass, but I think that's the direction they're going to go for that. I don't know how many people are going to be willing to upgrade their Legends HD to the new Legends HD CE, but keep in mind, it is going to have additional features. I think the SSF kit is going to work with it as well as you can finally download Zen games. So that's kind of a win. And the real win for AtGames Legends pinball enthusiasts is the fact that they have potentially signed a license to do Turtles games and make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original pinball game, which means not only is this good news for this new Legends Pinball HD, but more than likely, that means we're also going to get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles original table for the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K as well as previous Legends HD pinball users will also get access to that game. So that's the big win-win out of all of this. Whether or not you're interested in the new HD CE pinball machine, we kind of know all existing users are still going to get access to the new Turtles game. So that's good news. I'm with you on this one, Multicade Matt. I think AtGames, I know they didn't release the upgrade kit for the last Legends Pinball because they were concerned that users would end up damaging their machines, and then there would be this huge backlash with people, asking for refunds. I think they can sell an upgrade kit with a huge disclaimer to, install at your own risk. I mean, anybody who's installed an SSF kit in a 4KP knows how easy AtGames made that process. So, I mean, I think there's a possibility they could do an upgrade kit for the Legends Pinball, sell a new back box, sell a new chip. That's what I'd like to see happen. Hopefully it's something that's possible. Let's just all hope the new TMT original table is as good as that Killer Instinct one. Killer Instinct, there's a lot to like about Killer Instinct, but I thought Battletoads was better, a lot better. Thought Sea of Thieves was better than both of them. I'm just going to be honest there. Yes, but how can you deal with the humiliation of not having a builder's plate very easily? I'm more upset about not having a coin door. That seemed like such a miniature expense for a plastic coin door. I hope that if it's not too late, they can still add a coin door even if the buttons aren't on it. I don't really give a shit. But the coin door, faux coin door, is just a nice touch. So I would like to see it come back. But it's really interesting that we get that Turtles news last week when we get a little bit of a tidbit about some upcoming Turtles news. So I can't say for sure whether or not this has been thrown out, but this is a rumor going around in the community right now coming from all the iconic arcade news, is that Basic Fun may not be bringing the Turtles table to us after all. I mean, we all remember that Irate Gamer interview where they talked about they were going to be coming out with, I think it was 5 or 6 titles at launch. They were going to come out with a big launch with all the games being WrestleFest, Centipede, Star Wars, Pac-Man, and of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But it looks like that may not be the case right now, as there are some rumors in the community that that relationship, whether through Viacom or Nickelodeon, has in fact soured with Basic Fun, or they may have announced that a little bit too early.
Can I show my snack?
Yeah, sure. Come on in. So anyways, we will get back to that in just a minute. A little bit of Scarlet news. Scarlet, what is that you've got there?
I got a mini Snackles plushie.
You got that last night. What were we doing last night?
Going to the store trying to find a pink Power Ranger, so we couldn't. So I got a mini Snackles plushie.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard her, but I started showing my kids. Scarlett was already a fan, but I started introducing Tommy to Power Rangers there this past week. I work from home, and the kids stay home with me. So I just threw Power Rangers on the TV to try to entertain them, and like my son fell in love with it. My daughter was already a fan. So, of course, I go to Walmart this week to pick up some supplies and discover the Teenage Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reignited toys that just launched.
That they can flip their heads.
they can flip their heads. Yeah. So, anyways, I brought home Tommy, my son Tommy, the Tommy Green Power Ranger. He went nuts. So I ended up buying him a red one too. And then last night we went out trying to look for a pink one for Scarlet, but we found a Putty and we found a Blue Ranger, Billy. So, anyways, we're 4 in now.
But I did see the girl, the bad guy. I did see her there.
Yeah, so still what you can get here in Canada, what's available, you can still get Zach, the Black Power Ranger, as well as Rita Repulsa and Goldar. So I still got to pick those up. Can't find Trini. Trini's the Yellow Ranger.
The bad guy?
You want who? Rita? Okay, I'll get you Rita tomorrow.
And is the yellow one a girl too?
Yeah, that's Trini.
Can you,
No luck on either Trini or Kimberly. And I kind of think they didn't come to Canada. I was watching Pixel Dan earlier, and he mentioned on the back of the packages with Trini and Kimberly, there's no try it now. So something's up with that. I don't know what to do with that.
I wanted the yellow.
They also sell their Zords too, huh?
What Zords?
They actually sell the what do you call them? The machines they get into, like Kimberly's pterodactyl, and they form the big Megazord. Do you want me to try to get those too? All right. I'm toy shopping. No, Tommy is named after my wife's dad. I wanted to name Tommy Duke, but my wife, she was against that for some reason. Oh, she knows about Transformers, Devastator. You saw the Transformers I picked up this week too. I bought Brawn and Sea Spray. So now I got a bunch of those. I'm going to get her the pterodactyl. They're not in Walmart, so I've got to actually order them from Amazon direct, so we'll go there.
Can you see if Amazon has the 2 girl Power Rangers?
I will check. I will do what I can to get them. Even if I got to go to a big bad toy store, I will get you the 2 girl Power Rangers. And a little bit of help here. $2 super chat from my buddy Bill's Retro Gaming Show to help Scarlett get her Power Rangers. Say thank you, Bill. Come here.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, Bill. And guys, that actually brings us with our goal. Let me just bring it up here now. We're getting close. We're getting close.
What do you mean on the comment?
So now we have 7 of 10 super chats. When we hit 10, I'm going to tell you guys what home arcade product I have coming to me this week. So thank you very much, everybody, for the support. Chaotic, good to see you, my man. Better late than never. Everybody's doing pretty well. I got to give up the smokes, Chaotic. I'm losing my voice like crazy here. So anyways, going back to the main topic with Basic Fun. I mean, I've been talking about the last couple of weeks. It looks like Basic Fun, we may have got a little bit of ahead of ourselves, and Basic Fun may have got a little bit ahead of themselves as well, because in that Irate Gamer interview, they mentioned they were going to have this huge rollout. It looks like it's been scaled way back, and like James Hates Everything has also been mentioning, nothing's real until it's real. We haven't seen any port data. So the way that it's shaping up now, if they can get their stuff in for Christmas, it looks like we're only going to get 2 of the 5 cabs. So it looks like we're going to get WrestleFest. It looks like we're going to get Centipede. There's some countercades that we're going to get. We'll see what else comes in. But it looks like, based on the rumors, TMNT may be done with Basic Fun. It might have been released early. So we'll stay tuned to that. Nothing's official till it's official. Keep in mind, it's only a community rumor. But for those of us hoping to get a Supreme XL Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cab, little bit of bad news there. Scarlett, come back, buddy. Scarlett, come back, buddy. Mike Hockhurt says Basic Fun street date is looking like 10:01. I can't find any information on this company at all. I'm not going to lie to you. Can't find it at all. Look at this. Say thank you to Devastator Omega.
Thank you.
He says, get her all the toys. There we go. Get her all the toys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Devastator Omega. And look at that. $2 from Chaotic BPR. You didn't have to do that, Chaotic. Too nice. Give that darling Scarlet whatever she wants. Show them your Labubu.
This is a super rare one that you have to get in the packaging that's clear, so you know when you're getting.
All right. All right, guys, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that for Scarlet. I'm going to get her some toys anyways. I'm a bit of a soft touch. I always get her the shit. Thank you, Fourth Horseman. No worries, man. Appreciate it. Retro Arcade Trooper, good to see you, my man. All right, thanks, buddy. You don't have to be here. People are going to think we're farming super chats for you or something. Thank you, everybody. No. I got to share some news with people. All right, and you can't hear it. Stop, Jack. You didn't have to do that, man. $10 super chat. She needs more toys. Come here and say thank you to Stock Jock.
Thank you.
All right, you got to go now.
Why are you talking about it?
You got to go because I got to share something with the chat and you can't be here for it. Oh, guys, that's enough now. We've reached our goal. You don't got to do anything else. I'm going to get Scarlet toys anyways. Thank you so much, Stock Jock. Michael M., you don't need to stop it. You don't need to do anything else. We've reached our goal. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Just 1 second. I got to close the door because Scarlet can't hear this part. So just give me 1 minute. Uno. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We hit our goal. So that's it. I gotta no. So, anyways, guys, I gotta be quiet about this because I don't want her to hear, and I know she's nosing around outside the door. But I think this should be a pretty easy piece of speculation. What I picked up. It'll be here on Wednesday. At least that's what the tracking tells me. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the MichaelBtheGenieCade. This is a no-brainer, but yeah, I got it. You knew I wanted to get it. I was so pissed off with Arcade1Up that this wasn't available here in Canada. I wanted so bad to get this for my kids, so bad to add it to the arcade to give them something fun to do. Like I mentioned, she absolutely loves these. So as soon as this came up on the Arcade1Up Canadian Facebook fan page that this was available in Canada, I jumped on it. I bought it right away. Didn't tell my wife. Told my wife afterwards. She was furious, but there it is. I've got the, I can't say it because she'll hear, but it'll be here Wednesday. I can't wait to surprise her with it. She is literally going to shit. I am so excited. So yeah, you know, again, I'll say it. These home arcade companies, you want Michael B to talk about your product. You want Michael B to possibly buy your product. You just have to make it available for me to buy. And if you make it available, I'm going to buy it. So yeah, this is coming in next week. I got to do some videos and find out other stuff that can go in it. Like I've seen a couple of videos of people putting in like little tiny stuffies and stuff like that. Stuff going in the balls. So thank you everybody for jumping in, dropping the super chats towards the goal. Just something stupid I decided to do. I saw Fox doing last night. So there you go. Yeah, I'm only down now. I'm only down now $650 Canadian. So get the buy stuff riser. So in my Discord, I actually did allude to the fact that I did finally buy my first like home arcade product in over a year, and buy stuff jumped on it, and they were like, "Yeah, we know what you got. Make sure to get our riser." So there you go. I don't even know if I'll ever use it. It's 100% not for me. It's for the kids. Like my mom actually bought Scarlet this little tiny crappy one a little while ago. She had it, but like it fell apart. Couldn't really do anything. But yeah, I hope this is a hit. I hope that it's good quality. I've heard some stuff, so we'll see how it goes. This is what I've got coming. Anyways, guys. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that. It was just something I was trying out. And you didn't have to do that for Scarlet. I'm sure I'll be attacked over it. But, you know what? I was just having fun, and if they get a problem with it, go fuck them themselves. I don't know what to say. Sorry for swearing there. Like, it shouldn't be this hard. It's just fun stuff. Anyways, I don't know about that, Harris, but thank you very much. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to review this, Daniel. Like, it's a no-brainer. If I review it, then I can, say it's tax deductible. Here in Canada, I can apply this against my earnings. The crazy thing is, in Canada, you can actually apply this against your earnings. So not just my YouTube earnings. So yeah, it's tax deductible. I'm definitely going to review it. Oh, Mystery Encoder, you're too kind. You're too kind. That's true. He doesn't call me one of the asshole YouTubers. He calls me he who does not mod. All right, guys. So that's the big surprise. I got that coming. Now, the other bad news that came up, this has since been kind of defuncted. 19K Fox covered this last night, but you'll remember a couple weeks ago, I covered the Unico news on my channel that they were going to be coming out and they were going to be doing 3 new full-size arcades. They were going to have, I can't remember the controls, but competition level grade controls, really good controls. They're going to put their 26-inch monitor in them. And the idea is these cabinets are going to be homages to classic arcade cabs. So my guess was, and I feel pretty confident about this, a big blue, a big red, and then the last one, I'm not 100% sure, but did think it would potentially be a Dynamo cab. Those are pretty serviceable arcades that tons of games were in. So the defunkled, it's debunked and defunct. Classic homage shapes. So the idea even back then is, I think that Unico were kind of throwing it out there that saying they want to try to get them licensed, but I think it was a long shot anyways. So the rumor that came out this past week is they lost the licensing based on some of the things that have been going on with the company, mainly the problems they had getting Nova Blasts out to consumers. Now, I don't know if this was ever true. There was any issue with it, but I will say 19K Fox did talk to Unico. That's not the case. It's not happening, but it's also possible it might not happen. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, you got to think about it, where we're going to talk about an iconic in just a minute. What we love about the idea with Unico is to get these very nicely shaped, accurately shaped, or homage shaped multicades like a Neo Geo Big Red. Now, it would be really nice if it already had the artwork on it, because again, I'm not a modder. I've never put on vinyl artwork. I have no idea how hard it is. My main concern is I would spend $400 on this goddamn artwork, and then it'd be full of bubbles because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I would prefer if Unico did have the license so we could get the accurate artwork as well. However, you do got to keep in mind, when something comes out as a licensed product, there is a downside to that, because no licensed product is going to say, hey, thanks for building a Capcom arcade. By the way, why don't you leave it open so people can put whatever game they want on it? They don't do that. So we'll talk about this with Iconic in just a minute. As you know, with Iconic also isn't going to be an open multicade. They have found out some way to lock down a pie. So it's locked down, and you're going to have to get your games other ways. So the bad side of Unico getting officially licensed cabs will be the fact that you wouldn't be able to put whatever you want on it. Plus side is already has art. Downside is can't put whatever you want on it. Did the Nova Blast ever ship? Last time I checked, it was being delayed again and again. Some people got it, some people didn't. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. I will tell you, for whatever reason, it's no longer available to purchase here in Canada. So just give me a minute here. I'll bring this up. 1 second. Uno momento, por favor. It didn't work. Hold on. So here's the Unico page. And of course, every time we go in there, we like to talk about the giant picture of 19K Fox that's right on the Unico page for some reason. Paul, believe me, if anybody would maybe be able to put bubbles in it, it would be me. You should see the sloppy job I did on my Godzilla side blades. Whoa. But here's the thing. Like, if I go into Nova Blast, which is listed as hot, which I'm going to be honest with you, I still had some interest in. The only thing available for me to order is the Nova Blast Candy Cab stools for the low price of $349 Canadian. There is nothing else here. And I was like, oh, it's sold out. So I mentioned something on Twitter and said, oh, is the Nova Blast ever going to come back in stock? And our buddy Neo Severa saw it and said, what are you talking about? The Nova Blast is fully in stock. It's easy to buy. So it looks like because of whatever's going on with the tariff situation in Canada, Unico has taken down Canadians' ability to actually buy the Nova Blast. So it's gone. There you go. This is known. This is known. 19K Fox even knows this. See? He knows. Get them stools. Maybe. So anyways, I'll never get a Nova Blast, which also concerns me because I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is a little bit more bad news. When Unico announced this, I was like, that's really cool. Like, one of the big reasons I wanted the GRS Build-A-Kate FU, you guys know I petitioned for this, was that 26-inch monitor. Then, Unico are turning around offering a cab that's shaped maybe a little bit nicer than Glenn's cab default with the 26-inch control panel with, really good controls in it. That seemed like something I could potentially be interested in. But if they're not selling the Nova Blast to Canada, what are the chances they're going to sell one of these new units to Canada? I don't know. Unico calls him Handsome Fox. I don't blame him. There's tons of, oh my God, is there ever conspiracies? There's always conspiracies. I just wish, it's fine. These people can say whatever they want, but I don't get it, man. Most of us cover products, companies. I can't imagine spending all my time talking about what other people are doing. Jeez. So anyways, that's it for Unico. There's not really any news here. It was reported that, of course, they lost those potential licenses. Unico have come back and said that's not the case at all. So it's up in the air whether or not it's going to happen. They never promised it was going to happen in the first place. They said they were going to try to get licensed, which, has its good and its bad side. One of the other good sides about Unico possibly not getting the official licenses, they can hopefully offer the product at a more reasonable price because they're not going to have to pay out a licensing fee. Maybe then that cost saving can come back to us, the consumers. We can buy these a little bit cheaper, especially considering we're probably going to have to buy art to put on these cabinets. So there you go. Conspiracies, not tariffs. I agree. So anyways, last but not least, it has been covered in depth about Iconic Arcade this past week. We finally seen Iconic come to the forefront of what's going on. I think the first thing that we would have to talk about is information's coming out from this company again now, after a long period of information not coming out. There's a lot of rumors out there whether or not there was a cease and desist, and it made a lot of people gun shy about maybe pre-ordering the cabinet. But whether or not that was true, not true, I think now we can see that we're on the other side of whatever was happening. So if there was a cease and desist, it's probably cleared up whatever was going on. And again, a cease and desist is just a warning. If there's a warning, I'm sure the lawyers talk back and forth, figured everything out. So whatever's happening, they're moving forward now. They sent out their survey for the art. So we're still waiting to see what the art options are going to be. Last time I heard, the two main leaders were Choice 1 and Choice 3. Choice 3 was slightly in the lead, so hopefully we get an answer on that relatively soon. It doesn't need to be too soon, but definitely before they open pre-orders back up. The other good news is they're going to open pre-orders back up. The only bad thing about that is they can't guarantee whether or not they're going to be able to offer the same price. They're going to try still to offer free shipping for us in Canada, but the price may go up a little bit because of the tariff component situation. Me personally, I really hope it's the same price. I want it to be the same price. One of the good things about the new news, we found out, of course, there's going to be a wider cabinet, which they're saying is for the customer experience. So it's going to be around the same size as the original Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Alpha deck size was. That's good. They could say it's for the customer experience or player experience all they want. Obviously, a lot of that goes for the fact that they have to put this new 24-inch monitor in now, which they have to make it 24 inches wide, which is the benefit for the control panel. But the thing that I do want to bring up, I do hope the price hasn't jumped up a ton. I don't know how all the bells and whistles work, how the widgets and all that stuff with the factory works. But I do know one thing. Previously, when they launched these, they were putting in a 4x3 BOE monitor. There's only one company that makes BOE monitors. They're not exactly the easiest thing to source, and they're expensive. So now going to a 24-inch monitor, a 24-inch Lenovo monitor, you would assume that would be cheaper. Then you keep in mind that the company that actually owns Iconic Arcade is Lenovo. So you know if you're going to buy Lenovo monitors from Lenovo, who you are Lenovo, you're probably getting a discounted rate on those monitors as well. So I'm really hoping that whatever's going on with the pre-order, whatever's going on with component parts, yada, yada, yada. I mean, obviously, you're saving some money on the screens. I don't know how much it is, but hopefully that means you can keep that price point down at that $5.99, $6.99 American in the US, and $9.99 American in Canada, at least for this pre-order. I think you got to be careful jumping up to that territory. Going over $1,000 Canadian and getting up around $800-900, you're going to price yourself a little bit out of the market. Like, obviously, the people who already have pre-orders, they're laughing. But I think there's a lot of room to grow. A lot of people were really gun shy about Iconic Arcade going into this because, you know, there's so much negativity out there towards John. There's, you know, all kinds of drama channels that their goal in life is to bring John down. And then, you know, John has done some stuff that merited has upset the community. So, you know, he had an uphill battle with this company, but you got to keep in mind, he's playing a small role. It's not exactly his company. This is a new product that he worked on as a consultant. So you got to take those things aside and figure out whether or not you want this product and not just put it on the person that may be involved. I don't know the right way to say that, but there you go. Dear God, I hope not. I hope not. We did find out some other news that might be a little bit of bad news about Iconic Arcade, which we touched on just a little bit earlier. And that is with the Iconic Arcade, we did find out that the actual Pi is going to be locked. I don't know how it'll exactly work, but it's going to be a hardware lock. So basically, you're not going to be able to just put your own SD card in. I don't know how it's going to work. How, like, I'm sure you can pop out your SD card, pop in another one, maybe, and just work it that way, but you'll lose all functionality from your Iconic Arcade and what it's doing. A couple of reasons, obviously, they had to go this route. One was it's a licensed product. So it's very hard, unless you're AtGames, who pulled off some voodoo being able to get the ALU the way it was. But, I mean, for a company to go out there and then say, yeah, we're going to sell Capcom games, but people can put whatever they want on them for free, not a good idea, especially when, you know, Iconic is also promising there's going to be a back store and a back catalog that you can add more games. It completely kills that functionality because people are just going to bring their own games. So I know Iconic never 100% or essentially said that this was going to be a Pi, but when we were talking about it being a Pi, a lot of people, including me, assumed you'd just be able to add your own game. So that may be a down thing for some people. I completely understand that. I know some people are going to be pissed off. It is what it is. I mean, it's a licensed product. I had Nostalgia and Paul Mindeman both come down on me and say you had to know this wasn't going to be the way it was on Super Game Room Dudes. Maybe they're right. James Hates Everything, who's more technically inclined and scientifically inclined than I am. He says manufacturer versions of Pies come with eMMC for software and no SD card slot. Consumer version of Pies have the SD card slot. So there it is. It's not going to have the SD card slot. So no SD card. I do have a feeling that this is still going to be hackable, going to be moddable. Oh, I'm sorry, Mystery Encoder. I got to give Mystery Encoder his prompts. He did it. Pitbull. I know how he feels about Iconic. If they use a computer module over the original Pi, they wouldn't have an SD card slot as all. Thank you very much. I'm sure Mystery can help us out with that. I got a feeling that you're still going to be able to add games to this. I wouldn't rule it out. It's just not going to be as easy as putting them on an SD card, loading an image on a Pi. I think there's going to be more involved, but like James says, anything is hackable. And Mystery Encoder doesn't even think it'll need to be hackable. So we'll see. Well, you could just do a Pi swap. That's 100%. But some people are going to want to keep the original board in there because they're going to want online play. They're going to want access to the storefront. We know that. Now, one new piece of news that I can share with you that I did find out today really quickly. So when it comes to the coin doors, which keep in mind, Basic Fun Ultra Cabs don't even have coin doors. This will have faux molded plastic coin doors, but it is going to have light up coin doors. So just like with the Pac-Man XL, you're going to get a coin door and it's going to have the light up slots for the coins. Now, this is just a light up coin door. It doesn't have the push button functionality that Killer Instinct Pro had. So you won't be able to coin in by pressing the coin door, but you will have light up coin doors. So no need to mod it after the fact. I'm sure I've never done it, but a lot of people that have been buying the Arcade1Up, Arcade1Up Deluxes have been buying them with the coin doors or adding coin doors after the fact, have been doing that light up coin door mod. This won't be necessary with Iconic Arcade. So that was something I found out today. I thought that was pretty useful information. I know that's why I think me and everybody else assumed that the new Iconic Arcade, the Street Fighter one, would work the exact same way. So I actually have the Iconic Arcade control panel. I didn't buy the Iconic Arcade. I bought the control panel because it went on sale here in Canada for $50. I got to mess around with that at some point. I just got to find time. I'm modding my iArcade tomorrow, so I'll do that first. But then I'm going to get into the Iconic Arcade, find out how to add games to it, and maybe it'll be a similar process on the new one. Who knows? So anyways, guys, I've wasted enough of your time tonight. I've gone over an hour and 8 minutes. So that's kind of what we were looking at. Good news, bad news. Good news is Arcade1Up keeps doing things. We're getting another Pac-Man. Jim the Pacers fan says it's a different SKU number. So a different item number. Pac-Man Plus did have that underlighting cab before, but this claims to be a neon cab. That might be something new. Plus, we're getting stuff here in Canada. I bought one of those things. So there you go. Then, of course, the Iconic Arcade news. I think it's good news. Whatever was going on, weirdness, cease and desist, legal issues, seem to be past that. We're moving forward now. More information is coming out about the product, changes with the product, getting those questions answered. People seem to be excited. Bad news, of course, rumors about Unico, which is not even really that big a deal because they never promised they were going to do licensed cabs in the first place. They said they were trying. Then, of course, TMNT, which, again, not a big deal either because, like we knew a couple weeks ago, nothing was going to be coming out other than WrestleFest and Centipede from Basic Fun Toys this year, except for that. So there's all kinds of time. Does that mean Turtles is never coming out? No, it just means don't expect to see it this year, and we'll see what the future holds. Anyways, guys, my voice is failing. I've got to quit the smoke. Everybody, I appreciate so much support here tonight. The stupid super chat goal. Thank you very much. Tune in Wednesday. I'm going to have, probably not right away, but I'll have some videos and stuff done from my new arcade purchase. And maybe I'll even make another review video. I've been toying around with the idea of reviewing the only cab I have down in my arcade I never reviewed, which was the MK Deluxe cabinet. Now, this has been out like 3 years now. What's the point of doing a review? Nobody's going to watch it. But it actually is just available here in Canada at Costco. So there might be some new people looking for some information on it. So screw it. I actually think it's a really good cab. I want to give it a look. So there you go. Today's my day to quit. I got to give this up. I'm so tired of losing my voice. Can't tell you now. Hey, thanks, Biggie D. I appreciate it, brother. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you again for all the support. You were here for episode 239 of Chill and Chat with Michael B. Hopefully one of the last ones I'll ever do while smoking. Everybody have an awesome night. We'll see you sometime later this week with bunches of videos, I'm sure. And if not, see you Friday on the Super Game Room, dudes. Good night, everybody.